The practice speaker wears a mask. It is in what they question and what they answer, what they say, and when they're silent. It is a quiet wisdom of words, used to create, destroy, humiliate, or humble. Hello, friends and Fae. My name is Hannah.
And I'm Michaela.
And I'm Dana. Today we're going to be playing Warparty, a standalone setting developed by my brother and I when we were kids. Today we're playing it through the use of D&D 5th edition. Let's get to it. The Book of Winter's Wealth. Chapter 1. Homecoming. With the grace of morning mist and cloaked in autumn fog, Olivia treads along the mountain path which once led home. 12 years since her escape, 12 years spent perfecting her traps, honing her skill with the bow and studying texts on all that guards the wicked wood. 12 years of dedication later, it is finally time to confront her past. Up you go, ascending the treacherous stone steps until Jadewood Village enters view. From here you can see your father's old shack, the one on this side of a small chasm spanned by a singular rope bridge. Though fog obscures what lies beyond the bridge, you have doubts that much has changed. The creatures which overtook your family, your friends, your entire village, are far from industrious. They are leeches, parasites masquerading as men. Although you don't see anyone now, the rope bridge creaks, heralding someone's return from the other side. Olivia, how do you proceed?
She sees her old village and there's a lot of emotion, but she doesn't have time for that. And she will try to see if she can see any of her people anywhere, any signs of movement. Because I show up right here by the cliffside, right?
Indeed.
All right. So can I do like a perception check?
You may try your best.
All right. Let's do perception check. This will be fun. A 9.
Although you squint through the fog, it is just too much. You can't quite see, and besides, even you know there are trees on the other side obscuring your view of the village. But that isn't to say you come up fruitless in this endeavor. No, you spy Sani, one of your old friends, making his way over the bridge. He is halfway across it and has yet to notice you. Appearing as a fellow halfling, Sani is very short. He doesn't seem to have aged at all in the 12 years since you last saw him. What's more, a pair of icy blue butterflies flit around his head. As Sani continues, you have a decision to make. How do you proceed?
She's going to draw her bow, a line at Sani's little head, taking a deep breath, and she's going to shoot twice, hoping that maybe she can shoot him off the bridge.
On your first shot, roll to hit with advantage as you are still unseen.
Yes. Okay, for my first shot, let's see, d20 plus 7, so that would be an 18 for the first one. Let's see if I can know. Let's go with the 18.
What's the damage on that first arrow?
1d. Okay, 1d plus 2. The first one is 3.
All right.
And let's see. Sorry.
Your second shot will be made without advantage, for your first arrow pierces Sani there on the bridge. He lets out a yelp and turns surprised in your direction. Whether he sees you or not is another question. Loose your second arrow.
I shall. 16 plus 7, it will be...
You hit.
3, yes.
What's the damage?
It will be 7 points of piercing damage.
As Sani falls to your arrow, the skin around his wound becomes pale white, almost translucent, and then over he tumbles, over the bridge, disappearing into the chasm.
Good riddance.
From along the green mountaintops, a great wind blows, clearing out much of the fog which built up in the chasm before you. Now you can see into Jadewood Village with ease, and you spy a number of other villagers milling about. You recognize every face. From Tori and Yasmin to Babine and Rala, not a single one of them appears to have aged a day. Not even your father Leo or your mother Demi. There is no sign of the village chief, the man responsible for inviting these monsters into your home. As you consider your next move, Olivia, what runs through your mind?
First is the sense of like excitement, like seeing these old faces, but then she's like, no, these are not my family. These are just creatures who are just taking over people's lives and destroying them, possibly for many more, not just like her. And she's continuing to say to herself, like, this is why we're here. We're gonna stop this evil, and it starts with me. And just pushing all the sadness away and just like concentrating on the anger that she's feeling inside right now.
I see. Now that you are able to see some of these villagers out there, how do you proceed?
All right, I see the obscurity of the trees. I do want to have a clear shot, so I am going to start sneaking around and just start moving closer to the side where the station is, so I can have a better eyesight on them. Yes.
You may move freely at this time.
She's moving sneakily, keeping her eye on the prize. Just gonna go on behind these carts.
Excellent.
Just gonna see, and the first person who she sees, the closest one is who?
The first one that you see is Yasmin.
She takes a deep breath, and before she even starts shooting, she will say a few simple words, and it's going to be... She'll take her bow and she'll whisper it, let's plant some seeds, and then you will see this glimmering glow. This almost like silver aura coming out of it, and then she will align her shot and shoot twice.
All right, let's see what becomes of your first shot.
Okay.
I should also have you roll for initiative.
Okay, let's do initiative first. 16 plus 2 will be 18.
Excellent.
And for the first shot, let's see. 6 plus 7, 13?
13?
Yes.
A 13 hits.
Good, okay. For the first shot, let me roll damage for the first one, and I'll be adding the Hail of Thorns up top of that. 8 plus 2. 7 plus 2 will be 9 piercing damage, and the Hail of Thorns will activate. And she's going to be getting 2d10 points of extra damage on top of that.
Oh my.
So, this is that's a d12. Haha. Yeah, this is the one. Twice rolling. The first one is 2, and the second one is 8, so 10 extra points of Hail of Thorn piercing damage. And she needs to try to make maybe a dexterity saving throw to see if she's going to get grappled by the Hail of Thorns.
Remind me, what was your initiative?
19?
18.
18, thank you.
18. All right.
I'm stressed.
I'm sure.
Hopefully you don't die in the first session. I haven't even come into the scene yet.
Yeah,
so.
you will just see this dead body, like, oh, who was she? What of the...
Your target rolls a 17 against the save.
Okay, she does succeed.
She succeeds.
Yes.
Excellent.
17 definitely succeeds. Oh. Okay. And did I roll twice? No, I didn't roll my second arrow, right? No, I didn't, because I just rolled for my Hail of Thorns. Let's do one more shot. You see that? Boom, Hail of Thorns try to grapple her, go into her chest, but she's able to wiggle out of it. And then the second one, 16 plus 7 will be 23.
A definite hit.
Yay. And that's gonna be 1d10. That's a 10? Yes. 10 points of damage.
Describe how you fell. This individual who wears the face of Yasmin, your old neighbor.
It feels so wrong, but she's just trying to imagine on top of her the actual true form that the Fae actually have. So for the first shot that she did for her best friend was much more hurtful. Now she's going into more of a beast mode of like, I don't care, you're my target, you're going down.
All right. Having taken this individual down, the villagers begin to cry out warnings of an intruder. One woman who stands taller than the rest locks eyes with you, and you swear there's a hint of recognition on her face. She immediately turns and dashes to the back of the town, disappearing in the direction of the chief's governing hall. Even amidst all the villagers you see so far, you've seen Sana, you've seen Yasmin, you've seen Rala and Babin, but you haven't yet spied your other childhood friend, or whatever replaced her. 4 of the villagers run forward, picking up knives on the way. The first among them fishes into his pocket for a hollyberry, which is promptly pinched between his fingers. He utters something in Sylvan, and a bright green pixie emerges from a nearby tree stump. "Slay the huntress," the pixie summoner cries out, and continues running toward you.
Okay. So there's a pixie coming towards me as well, okay. I hate these things. And with this happening, she's going to.
Indeed, it is your turn, thanks to surprise. And then the initiative chain will continue as normal. Actually, wait, no. It goes right through to the pixie now.
Okay.
This pixie starts moving towards you and then turns invisible when it reaches the chasm. Where will it come next? Nobody knows. That being said, these other changelings continue their advance. They can't quite reach you, given that you are a good deal away, striking them from afar with your longbow. Each of them can only use their movement to get about that far, and then it comes to your turn again.
All right. She's gonna try to still keep a distance. She's gonna step slightly back while readying her bow and arrow once more and putting the arrow in the quiver. I don't know what's it called. Yes.
Knocking the arrow.
Yeah. Words. I am panicking. And she's going to, first before she even shoots, she's going to be triggering another spell. And she's going to say, while she's casts Hunter's Mark, "Father, guide my hand." And she will trigger it on the first creature that she sees by the bridge.
This creature wears the face of Tori, your old neighbor.
And you will see like this also silver light coming off of her. Almost you can see like this butterflies almost like coming off of her chest. So guiding her to hopefully shoot in the right direction. And she's going to shoot twice.
Make your first shot.
15 plus 7.
You hit.
Alright, the first shot hits. And I don't know how to tactic this.
I'll take your damage for that first hit.
Thank you. That's a 1d10. Yes, it was just a 1d10. 2 points of piercing damage.
2 points of piercing damage. Is there any additional damage that comes from Hunter's Mark?
Yes, it does. So, the Hunter's Mark, it gives to the creature. That's the wrong one. Haha. Thank you for your patience.
Of course.
Okay.
The creatures that stare at you seem like they are lacking this patience, however.
They are because...
Some of them brandish their knives, others lick the blades. A few of them...
Hopefully they have poison blades.
1d6. Okay, 1d6 extra, yes. Okay, so
Excellent.
this is not this one. Ha ha ha. A 1.
1 additional damage.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And also on top of that, I would like to add
Okay.
one more thing.
Ooh.
And it's going to be Slayer's Prey.
Slayer's Prey.
It's... Wait, I cannot?
Does it take an action?
No, but it's a bonus action, and I used a bonus action. I'll use that for next time. But my second shot hopefully will do much more better than this one.
All right.
Crossing my fingers.
Yeah. 8 plus 7 is...
15.
Yes.
You hit.
Okay, and that's a 1d10. Yes, it is. Okay. 4. And let's roll a d6 on top of the Hunter's Mark once more. 5 extra points of damage of Hunter's Mark.
All right. Does this conclude your turn? Do you use your movement at all?
I will use my movement and just start stepping to the side a little bit more.
Very
Yes.
good.
Keeping my eye on them and trying to see if I can hear a pixie laugh around me.
One of these changelings runs across the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one that you've already injured.
Yes.
He doesn't quite reach you, but that doesn't stop him from taking his dagger and trying to throw it at you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't believe that a 7 hits.
No, it doesn't.
This concludes his turn. The next one runs across the bridge as well and tries to perform the same action. I'm going to roll with the dice this time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His dagger throws into his friend's back.
What'd
Deal.
you roll?
It was a 1, okay? He deals 5 damage to his friend.
Oof.
Big yikes. And the final changeling that is present here only gets so far, and with a shack between you and him, he has no line of sight with which to throw his dagger.
Mm-hmm.
It is once again your turn.
Okay. She's gonna keep on shooting, and hopefully she'll hit the one who's still injured and just got hit in the back by his friend. Okay, let's do this. 3 plus 7 is 10.
I'm afraid you miss your first shot.
Ah. And the second one, 15 plus 7 is 22.
Let's hear the damage.
Yes. The first roll is 7 plus 5, which will be in total 13 points of damage.
Describe how you slay this changeling.
12.
12 points of damage.
Okay. Don't look at me. I mean, sure. She will draw that arrow, first missing the 1, because she felt paranoid that there was something whispering in her ear. Then she takes a deep breath, concentrates, and she'll shoot right into his eye socket, and you can see the arrow just pierce through the skull in the back.
All surrounding the wound, the flesh goes white, translucent. You swear the blood is white as well as it pours out, spilling into the earth.
Disgusting.
Does this conclude your turn, Olivia?
Almost. I'll just move slightly back. Okay. Keeping enough distance, getting my arrows ready.
Another one of the changelings rushes towards you. This one has no dagger, having already lost it trying to throw it. But even now, you are too far away. The other one does the same thing, but still fails to catch up to you.
Halflings, am I right?
Short little legs.
It is your turn again.
All right.
Huntress, how do you proceed?
Keep on shooting, and hopefully they just keep on dropping. Yes. Let's go, and the first one will be, a natural 1.
A natural 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Roll your damage.
Ooh, okay. Let's do, there's no hunter's mark on me, so that's good. Okay, and 3.
3. Your arrow slips and it falls to the ground. You go to step backwards a little bit, but then you trip, rolling on the shaft of this arrow, and you fall down, taking 3 bludgeoning damage.
Ow, ow. Fuck.
You will also take some of your movement to rise from being prone, which you are.
I get up like nothing has happened.
Embarrassed.
But just, and going to take the arrow and just pretend like that never happened. Shoot it. And hopefully I can not roll a natural 1. Ooh, 18 plus 7, that will definitely hit with a 25.
All right, what's the damage?
And the damage will be 8 plus 2 will be 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. This one seems to be a particularly poorly dressed changeling. Indeed, Babine rarely ever wore the most appropriate clothes, and so your arrow pierces straight through her belly. Down she falls, over the edge of the cliff, disappearing into the misty gorge below. Is there anything else you will do with your turn?
Sadly, no, I cannot move anymore.
All right. Another one of these changelings runs after you. Since you failed to move farther, this one with a knife is in range to strike. He goes and swings at you with his dagger and gets a natural 1,
Ooh, yes, okay.
dealing maximum possible damage to himself as he goes putting one arm out to try and line up his cut, and then fails to take it back, thus slicing into his own arm. He shouts, but this doesn't stop him from trying to make another attack. This one hits with a 19, dealing 5 piercing damage to you as he stabs towards your shoulder, wedging the knife in and giving a twist of the blade.
Ow, 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 ow.
How do you proceed?
She grunts much more coolly with that pain in her shoulder, and she's going to I don't have disadvantage on my shooting from a close thing because of my feature, right?
Actually, you do.
Do I?
Yep, for this one. It's the crossbow one that you can get rid of.
Gotcha. So she's going to, with that getting hit with the sword or dagger into her shoulder, she'll drop the bow and she'll reach to her side and bring out her short bow and just try to quickly stab him into the stomach.
With a short sword?
Yes, that's it.
Roll to hit.
All right. 15 plus 5 is 20.
What's the damage?
1d6 plus 2. So let's do. No. Yes. Six points of damage.
6 points of damage.
And I will do a bonus action. I'm gonna move my hunter's mark from the falling body onto this creature.
Excellent.
And I'm going to try to step away and hoping it will not hit me.
Which direction do you step?
To the back, because I don't want to fall from the cliffside.
Stepping backwards, you provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
Oh, that hits.
All right.
I'm picking up my bow while I'm doing that.
You take 5 piercing damage.
And you have to move your character back.
gonna have a beach. Okay.
Well, you can keep moving even if you're struck by an attack of opportunity.
No, you can't.
Yeah, there's
Really?
sentinel feat is the one that will stop people if you hit them with the attack of opportunity. But vanilla attack of opportunity, you can just keep cruising. You just tank the damage.
I thought it takes the rest of your movement.
No.
All right.
So with that, this changeling rushes towards you and tries to strike you by throwing a dagger, which deals 3 piercing damage as it sails through the air and lands in your ribs.
Fun. Okay.
They seem to be very wounded. Perhaps this may be why they haven't pursued you farther.
And she's going to again take out her longbow and shoot at this creature, this monster, and she's going to hopefully hit. The first one, 8 plus 7 is 15.
15, you hit. What's the damage?
The damage for this one will be 2 points of damage.
Describe how you kill it with this little nick.
She was aiming right into her throat, but she actually shoots like right across, but hitting an artery. So it makes, she still hurts her vital sign.
Blood sprays out from the neck. This white blood falls and trickles down the cliffside, and soon they fall as well, growing more dizzy for every second that they're left standing until they are standing no more, merely falling, merely crushed at the bottom.
That's precisely what I wanted. Yes. And she will go, and from the only few left dead bodies that she sees, she will try to retrieve her arrows while looking out for the pixie.
You are able to retrieve half of your spent arrows. You have not yet seen the pixie, however. Very tricksy of this one.
Don't like that.
Trixie Pixie.
Tricksy pixie indeed.
And she's gonna go and continue going back to where she was the first time, by the boxes, crates.
All right.
She's gonna look around.
You do still see that there are at least 2 more figures out in town, but between the trees, the shacks, the sheds, you have your doubts that you'll be able to get a solid hit on them.
Yeah.
If you were to reposition it under the town, however, it looks as though your way in through the front of it has been largely cleared.
She will hope and keep her eyes peeled, and she'll start crossing the bridge. And to this station, which looks like a shed.
All right. You don't see anything there yet.
Okay. Can I continue moving? Or
You
is
may.
it okay? She'll continue trying to sneak to the hut. And does she remember if there's a window somewhere here that she can see through if she would go inside?
You do recall that there are windows there, which you would be able to look through.
Yeah. She'll first look in for the window. Does she see anybody inside?
You don't seem to see anyone inside.
Okay. Is there a torch anywhere here?
You don't find any torches within this, but there is a candle. It is not yet lit.
Okay.
Also, roll for stealth.
All right. And my halfling. 17 plus 5 will be 22 stealth.
You are definitely unseen within that shack.
And I'm mapping up her steps, and she does have the thing, okay. She will take the candle. She will use her tinderbox and light it up. And she's going to, as far as she can reach to the hay roof, and try to burn it down.
There is a table nearby that you are able to climb atop, which lets you reach up with your candle and ignite this building.
Yes.
Smoke begins to fill it, and you wonder if you should stay inside.
She'll go outside, and she's going to, with her 22 sneakiness, go now behind this tree that she sees.
Roll for stealth with disadvantage since you have just set fire to a building. You hear the shouts as others within the village notice what has become of one of their most prized and large buildings here.
19 stealth.
With
that a
disadvantage.
16 plus 5 is...
More than 19.
Yes, thank you.
You are remarkably unseen as these other villagers rush to the scene.
The smoke obscures you.
Yeah, I am one with the shadow. I have trained for this.
Even though one by one you were able to slay the monsters that wore your old neighbors' faces, even though Tori, Yasmin, Babine, and Rala each are now avenged since you had made their imposter fall, those who respond to this fire may bring a different pang of regret or guilt or anger. Yes, 2 sinister imitations have risen up to address the fire. The faces of Leo and Demi, your mother and father, grimace as they draw their weapons, searching for a threat nearby.
It is not you, it is not you. And she will move her hunter's mark now from the dead body onto this.
Alright.
It's still underneath 10 minutes, I assume. And she will first enchant her maw, and she's going to shoot, of course, because that's what she does. 4 plus 7 is 11.
11. Also roll initiative.
13.
Okay. All right.
Does she only have a dress? That's why I can hit her with 11, right? Yes.
Yes, with this one, she is only wearing a dress. It's kind of ragged, even. Whoever's wearing this face has not done very well keeping good clothes and good repair. A sure sign that it's not your weaver mother.
Nope. My mom can make her clothes look so good. This is... And
What is the damage for this hit?
It's going to be 8 plus 3 is 11 points of piercing damage.
11 points of piercing damage.
And for the second... and then for the second shot, let's see if I can hit. 4 plus 7. That's 11.
You hit as well.
Yes.
Leo, or whoever is posing as Leo, seems about as well dressed.
Okay. They don't know how to use skills. With 6 points of piercing damage on my maw.
All right. With that,
Oh shoot, plus 2. So 6 plus 2 is 8. I have extra. I
Alright.
forgot. Ha 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 ha.
with that, as your arrows have flown out, they seem to be surprised, yes, which is why you were able to strike them so true, so bold. But they turn towards the direction that these arrows came from, and you are apparent. They do not seem to recognize you. And first, your wounded mother rushes towards you.
Oh.
She bears a dagger, and she swings at you.
Can she reach me? I forgot to move.
She can reach you on this turn, however, she misses
Whew, good.
with her first hit. But she swings again, and again she misses.
Use your shoulder.
It is now your turn.
She's getting close, too close, and I don't like having the cliff behind me. I'm going to circle around slightly from here, and I'm going to...
Her head spins as you sidestep her to get her closer to the cliff than you are.
Okay. Am I allowed to? No, I'm not. I'm trying to see. I'm just processing quickly what I can do. I cannot shoot from a closeness. This is like making me... Okay.
It'll just be disadvantaged since you have some enemy within 5 feet of you.
Yeah. Should I risk it?
That's for you to decide.
You do get, 2 attacks per action?
Only 4 arrows, so I hope. Let's roll for the first shot and hope I can do it. So, with disadvantage, just plus 7 still. Okay. The first one will be a 9. I wish I had that one. 15 something. Okay.
For a second, I thought you said a 1.
Oh, no.
All right. With your 9, you go to draw your arrow and fire, but you're just too close. Between those flailing daggers and the fear and disgust in her eyes, your strike is not true.
That's
The
true.
arrow sails past her.
One more time. 4 plus 7 will be 11. Then okay, with 11, I do hit. Yes.
With an 11, you do hit.
Okay. Let's roll high and let's go. Ooh, 6 and 6 plus 2. 12 plus 2 is 14 piercing damage.
Describe how you slay this creature wearing your mother's face.
She's
As it starts raining.
Yes, so epically. And she misses the first arrow, hopefully making her like turn and look at the arrow. And when she turns back, she's going to point the arrow right underneath her. Well, she's still slightly shorter. You know what? She's going to point out, and when she starts screaming at me and opens her mouth, I'm going to shoot right in her mouth and going through the neck.
The arrow stays lodged in her as she falls, gurgling, sputtering, and eventually falling silent.
Okay. Turn around.
You're turning. Do you use your movement at all?
Yes, I'm gonna step away, slightly farther away, 25, 25, yeah, here, okay. Ha.
Leo, or at least what poses as Leo, runs up to you.
You can run so fast, my dad.
He does have enough movement speed to reach you,
Ah.
and he swings with his dagger. Does a 17 hit.
Uh-huh.
He slices for your arm, trying to draw blood, enraged as he looks across all the bodies that you have strewn about this village.
It's all his fault. I have no regrets.
Sounds like you got daddy issues.
You take 3 damage from the imposter Leo when he slices into you, and he says, "That's not enough! I'll take you down yet. For what you've done."
What I've done, you're gonna pay for what you've done.
His aim is not true. His second strike misses. You dodge it with your head, and then it is your turn.
I will, with my motion, move my hunter's mark at my fake daddy, and I'm going to try to shoot my dad right in the chest.
Strike him.
I will try to do that. With disadvantage, of course. The first one is a 6 plus 7 will be 13, and then the second one, 16. Well,
You hit.
Yay. Miracles do happen sometimes. Haha. And she's gonna shoot the first one at him with, that's 10. So 10 plus 6 plus 2 is 18.
Describe how you slay your father.
She'll look at him and she will just say, "I hope you will take this face to your grave." And she'll point the arrow and right into his chest, because that's what I'm thinking. He's like swinging at her. She uses the opportunity when he exposes his area.
Shot through the heart.
Yes, pretty much, because he hurt my heart.
It's payback time.
Payback time. He'll suffer. I did have a childhood. Sorry.
Getting in deep.
He falls, and it is not a very good sight. Your arrow seems to have not just punched through him, but to have ripped a hole straight, clean, between his ribs. He can't even scream.
Can I try to take the arrow out? I need my arrows.
You may recover half of the arrows that you have expended during this form of combat.
Okay, and with that, she will now go to, she looks around with the screaming and the fire burning. Does she see anybody approaching her?
You don't see anyone approach you, but there is a little bit of a glow, a glimmer. It looks almost like the light of fireflies, but falling like glitter through a path arcing around the edge of the village. It's the pixie. The pixie is flying towards the chief's governing hall. The wooden double doors of it.
Uh-huh.
You have one chance to hit it before it enters.
Okay. I cannot. Okay. Sorry. I'm like Hunter's Mark, but I mean, I don't know if I can like use that as extra. So let's try to shoot it. Yippee-ki-yay. 17.
You hit.
Oh, okay. And there's no Hunter's Mark on her, so...
Any amount of damage is enough.
All right. Aha.
1.
Describe how you
Oh, 3.
perfectly pin this pixie to the wall.
360 no scope.
She'll see it. She's like, "Oh, there you are, you piece of shit," and just like, just it's beautiful. Like if anybody saw this, she wishes somebody was watching her right now because that was a perfect shot.
Maybe someone is watching you.
Paranoia. Sorry.
It is nailed to the wall.
Laughing sounds up.
You are free to advance to the chief's governing hall.
Mm-hmm. She'll keep the pace, but still looking around for any more mosquitoes sucking son of a face, and she'll...
You don't see any more pixies at this time.
Okay. And looking, and she will continue, hopefully, burning this other house. Is there a candle anywhere outside? Because if not, I have torches that I forgot that I have.
You don't see any candles outside right now.
She'll reach into her inventory. She's gonna take out one of her torches. She's gonna light that torch. And she's gonna climb, hopefully, another tables. Or is there like a box out there? Yes, there is like some kind of crate. She's gonna go on that crate. And she's gonna reach up with that torch. And she's gonna start the fire on the rooftop.
All right, you start a fire on the rooftop, but it doesn't seem as though anything emerges from the governing hall.
All right, and then the rest of the torches throw through the window.
Still, it seems as though nothing has emerged.
Okay, hopefully nobody is there. And she will continue. That's probably the dead pixie, right?
Yes.
We take out my arrow, if I can. And then I will just, when the pixie falls down, she will just step on her and just squish, just for good measure.
It crunches under your foot.
And she'll go precisely to the same window she went the day she was last time here.
Stepping through that window into the chief's governing hall, you can quickly assess the situation. On the floor amidst the smoke lies Chief Biko. He doesn't appear to have aged well, and he's fast asleep. Standing over him is a face you recognize as Madame Laurie, the halfling spinster who used to heckle you for following in your father's footsteps, trying to learn how to hunt and trap. Today, she looks as young as the day you left, and she holds a quarterstaff out to you in a white knuckle grip. "Olivia," she sighs, "you seem to have grown so much since I last saw your face. Had you sent a raven, I'm sure your parents would have prepared a far warmer homecoming."
Don't worry, this visit is much more memorable already. She shows on her scars and blood dripping from her chest.
Roll for initiative.
Haha. And she will then later on, I don't know what I'm doing. Haha. 17 plus 2 is 19 for initiative.
All right, you get first move.
She will move her hunter's mark at Madame Laurie. It's clicking, blinking, shining, the moth sigils shimmering, and she's gonna try to shoot her twice. So everything's good and done. Sorry, the lightnings and the thunder's really good.
Oh, are you getting lightning out of that window?
Yes, I am.
Nice.
So 6 plus 7 is 13.
You hit.
Good. Okay. The first damage, let's see, it's gonna be... My hands are shaking. Oh god. 1d8. This is not a d8, this is a d10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is a d8. Starter's mark. Okay. So 5 plus 2 plus 2 will be 9. That's
9
damage. And then for her second shot, it's gonna be 2 plus 7 is 9. Does it hit? Does she also have really, really thin clothing?
Your 9 does not hit.
Ah!
It seems as though this spinster imitation is able to move, anticipating your strike.
Huh. You can move for an old lady.
Is this all you do for your turn?
And she will step away as far as she can so they cannot hopefully get to her personal space. I don't know, we're in the house, I assume, somewhere like by the door. Da-da-da-da.
You are within the house. You're at the window. She's in the center of the room. And so you're moving by the door?
I am moving by, so there's a wall behind me, so nobody can get me from behind. But
Very
also,
clever.
yeah, don't want to get backstabbed. Not
All right.
again.
Well, as you do this, the spinster holds out her hand. She looks at you, locks eyes, and says, "Mystic arrows. Find your mark." And out shoot 3 glowing darts of magical force.
No. Do I roll to defend myself? I don't know. Can I move away from these?
And they all don't hit you.
Okay.
One by one, they punch to where you were, but you move and shake your body, managing to avoid them so that they punch holes into the wood behind you. 1, 2, 3. And with this, it is now your move. An expression of rage is building upon her face.
Yeah.
Disappointment in herself, perhaps.
Now you know how I feel. And she's gonna shoot. 8 plus 7 is 15.
You hit.
Okay, and hard that. Will be 5 plus 1 plus 2 will be 8 points of damage for the first one.
She doesn't seem to be looking very well. The white blood that oozes from her body is quite a bit.
All right.
As the storm inside the house picks up.
Ooh.
So it does outside the house as well.
Of course.
I don't know if anyone can hear the rain.
It is
blissful.
raining. Yes, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Wonderful.
Okay. Oh fuck. I mean, shoot. Natural 1.
A natural 1 on an arrow strike.
An arrow strike.
All right. So what's the damage?
Thank God I roll only 1 for me.
Oh, wait, don't you have a class feature? For rolling
Indeed.
ones?
I do. I re-roll it. I am a halfling.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's the name of your class feature?
Lucky.
Oh.
I think it's lucky. I'm panicking. My eyes cannot comprehend what I'm reading.
Oh, it's the racial trait
Yes,
for halflings?
it's my racial. Yes,
Okay.
so lucky. I will re-roll this because she doesn't make mistakes. Hopefully. 12 plus 7. Thank you, Guardian
Very good.
Angel.
You hit. Luck kicks in, and you can feel your fortune
It's
grow.
raining.
Fate loves you
It does
on
like
this
me.
day.
Thank God. Thank the Maker. Thank
What
you.
is the
Lucky.
damage?
The damage will be 6 plus 6 is 12 plus...
Oh, no, that's a 9.
Oh, 9 plus 6 plus 2 is 17?
Describe how you slay Madame Lori.
The rain is stronger and the water's pouring. I feel the faith in me. I don't know. Make me feel...
Invigorated.
Yes, that's the word, invigorated. And she'll take a deep breath and ignoring her insults and her anger eyes and just trying to imagine the white eyes that the changeling have and just going to try to shoot her right into the forehead, and she hits right straight. She might still continue talking because it was so clean, but then she just realizes she got just pierced in the head. Yes.
When Madame Lori falls to your arrows, a single rusty iron key slips from her pocket, clattering across the floor to rest beside Chief Biko. The sound seems to startle him awake, and he looks around in a panic. What? What's that? Where'd they go? As his eyes come to rest on Madame Lori, whose wounds bleed white across the floorboards, the reality of his situation sinks in. Chief Biko returns his gaze to Olivia, with no sign of recognition hinted in his expression. Chief Biko hesitantly opens his mouth to speak.
So, what is it then? Bandit? Raider? Zealot? Spit it out!
Just a local coming here for what she is long due.
Yeah, well, I've got strong allies, I'll have you know. Stronger than whoever is backing you.
Yeah.
Leave me be, and I'll make sure you're handsomely rewarded. We'll forget any of this happened. You go your way, I go mine.
She'll move her hunter's mark on him and shoot him. And he's prone, right? He's still laying there.
He is still prone.
So I get advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, when you're prone, ranged attacks have disadvantage against you.
So it's
just a straight roll.
because she doesn't have disadvantage on, or no, she has advantage on ranged attacks, right?
What is giving you the advantage on this ranged
Let's
attack?
see. I'm trying to
I
remember.
thought
'cause
that was
have
part of her thing. Or is it just that she doesn't have
Doesn't have
disadvantage?
disadvantage at long range.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Everyone does an advantage range. Ignore half cover before. No, I don't. Without that, she still moves her hunter's mark on that.
Yep.
And she's going to still shoot him because with a disadvantage. No, you know what? I am experimenting here. I'm sweating. Whew, okay. She's going
Chief
to...
Biko seems like he's getting ready to rise to his feet.
Okay, I'm going to cast a different spell. You're going to see her put her bow over her shoulder, and she's going to start casting Zone of Truth. You're going to see her put her fingers to her ears, then slowly to her lips, and then she's going to point at him and say, "On his heart's liar's song, seal lips whose truth is gone." And this, around him, the 15-foot radius in this magical zone, creatures cannot lie at all. And
The 15-foot radius encompasses the whole of this room.
yes, and he needs to make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can speak a deliberate lie while it's in its radius. You know, whatever each creature succeeds or fails its saving throw.
Does a 17 succeed?
Yes, it does.
Chief Biko succeeds on his saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the effects of your spell,
Mm-hmm.
he's been quite used to charm, guile, frightening fae. All of these little mind games he has built up an immunity to, thanks to being in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
He frowns at you, scowls even, and rises to his feet, stepping forward and moving to try and push you towards the wall. Make a strength or
Dexterity.
rather athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay. Athletics or acrobatics? Okay, let's do acrobatics.
All right.
I am more nimble. Haha. Let's see. Ooh, 13 plus 2 will be 15.
You're barely able to dodge his hand as he stumbles forward. Still, he speaks. I don't know who you are or what you really want, but you had better get out now. Last chance.
You had your chance many, many moons ago, and she's going to, she's going to try to shoot him. She's going to still try to shoot him, even close by. She's angry. She's going to do it.
You're going to pull out your bow and try and shoot him?
Yeah. And, can you get an opportunity to take, how lucky do I feel? I'm gonna try to step away to get a good distance from him. Rolling away. Can I move?
So you
I'm
try
hoping.
to move away?
You can.
I'm gonna try.
You have to accept the consequences.
I-
if you do
His
so.
attack of opportunity gets a natural 20, totaling 22.
Uh-huh.
And so he strikes you,
Okay.
dealing 1 damage as he slaps you in the face.
Oh my. Son of
It
a...
is still your turn, however. So how do you proceed, Olivia? You've been slapped in the face by Chief Biko, the one who is responsible for all the horrors that have happened to your hometown, for making a deal, or at least that's what you assume,
Mm-hmm.
for getting all of these neighbors, friends, and family of yours replaced.
Yes. You piece of shit. And she's going to shoot him. 3 plus 7 will be 15. No,
You
what am I
hit.
saying?
What?
10. Don't mind me. It's a 10. It's a 10.
You
I can
hit.
do
You got
math.
some charlatans dice over there or something?
You know, definitely. Okay, my mind is blanking out. The rain is strong with us tonight. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guess he has the 100 mark on him. I'll just do these. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6 points of damage for the first one.
With your storm-blessed dice, how does your arrow find its mark?
It finds its mark right in the hand he slapped me. Because nobody slaps me in the face. On the face? Sure. I hope it hurts.
It hurts him enough to kill him.
Oh, shoot. Before I continue saying and knowing that he's going to probably die because I hit some kind of artery in his hand.
It
I'm
gets into his hand
Yeah.
and then pierces all the way up his arm.
Gross.
pretty much. And so Tatin is like, I'll get my answers from your office. I hope you will never find peace wherever you end up.
And down he goes. His blood bleeds red.
So you were real. I was hoping you were not, so I can maybe forgive you.
Now that you are finished with Chief Biko, you are free to study the room. There appear to be a few chairs, some tables, and ample pillows. At the back of the governing hall, there lies an open door.
Yeah.
Behind it, you spy a gray stone passageway and stairs that lead underground.
I will take the key I saw falling down first. I'm going to try to take that arrow out of his hand. And from the lady as well.
You can recover half of the arrows you have expended.
I want to do the math. No, haha. I'm still okay. And she's going to first look through his body to see if he has anything interesting of sorts.
He has 5 gold for you.
Okay. I'll put that in my pocket. Why don't I have any gold in my pocket? I have now 5 gold in total. Okay. I should have more. I should have more. Okay, and she'll go and do the same thing to the lady.
Aside from that key, you also find a staff. This staff is a quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff? Just a regular quarterstaff.
A regular quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff, okay. I will tie that to my backpack that I definitely have and put it back as a trophy. He has nothing on him interesting that I can take as a trophy except for the coin. Does he have like a bracelet or anything?
Not really. He
Okay.
has a belly button ring, but you'd have to take that out.
Ew.
I'll do it.
No.
All right. You may roll for survival
Okay.
to
That
see
was
how
a-
well you...
That was a lot of lightning.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
I hope we don't lose power.
Oh god. Ooh. Even the lightning's upset about my decision. Okay.
Put
Sir-
that belly button ring back where you found it.
No, it's a sign. 15 plus 4 is 19.
You expertly extract this belly button ring and are able to clean
goodness.
all the blood off of it. It appears to be made of silver, and, well, it's hard to tell just how much it's worth, but ballpark estimate, if you were guessing, it should be at least 20 gold sold to the right person. Could be more. You'll have to figure that out later.
Okay. Thank you so much. And she'll put that in her pocket. And she will go to his, I don't know, because this is not his office where we're at, because we're in the lobby, right?
You're in the lobby,
Okay,
more or less.
I'm gonna go to his office first. I will first go to his desk, of course, to like look in all the drawers and see if he has any like hidden things
You
underneath.
leaf through the desk, the drawers. You may roll for investigation, searching for any hidden compartments, knocking all about them.
12 plus 3 will be 15.
A 15. You are able to discover that while there aren't any hidden compartments, there are some very neatly folded paper cranes, which, when unfolded, reveal that they have writing on them. It seems to be letters and poems, each of them addressed to the same person.
What is this person's name?
Pishuk.
I never heard Pishuk in my life.
It is spelled Pishuk.
It's gonna be funny because this means something in Slovakian. I'm gonna laugh a lot.
Oh.
You don't want it. Okay, let's continue. She'll notice this Pishuk, and does he have an address that he sent us from?
No address, merely letters.
Much more composed than Michaela is. She's gonna fold these back and put her into her backpack.
This you do.
And nothing else on this desk, right? Nothing
No.
that of value that I can hopefully sell.
However, when you put these into your pocket,
Uh-huh.
mushrooms begin to sprout from your pocket.
Shh. Take it out. You're just like, what is this?
As you go to throw it away, you note that these mushrooms are slowly consuming and degrading and ultimately destroying the paper cranes.
Smart move, old man. And she's going to just remember the name. She's going to take out her book that she has, and she's going to write some of the information that she thinks is important.
All right.
The name Pishuk, and she's going to continue. I'm going to look around the bed or anything to see if he has anything like of notes there too.
There are some things of note, but they aren't notes. All kinds of ropes, some chains, some manacles. You'll also find some very fine liquor.
I'll take the liquor.
You take the liquor. It's likely valued
Wait,
at around
no.
7 gold. You certainly had your fair share of time at bars and taverns.
And I'll look for the window. Just want to see how my handiwork with my firehouse is going. Is it still burning, even though it's raining?
It is burning up above.
Good.
The rain has helped slow it, for sure, but this room is quickly filling with smoke. All the top levels of this building are filling with smoke. You have limited time to search the rest before you might be forced out yourself.
Okay. Does this key belong to anything that I see around here?
Nothing that you see in here or try the key with seems to work.
Shit.
You are reminded, however, of that other passageway that you saw.
Can I try to go back there?
You may go back.
And do I see a door in that passageway when I continue in there?
You spy a gray stone passageway and stairs that lead underground. Do you go down the stairs?
I suppose I'm already here. I'm just gonna continue down.
As the fire rages, or at least tries to rage, overhead, you descend into the earth. The stairway ends at a small stone enclosure. One of the walls is dominated by a set of rusting iron bars. A locked cell housing a halfling woman bound in manacles and chains. She looks to be about your age, with torn clothes, dirt smeared across her skin, and an ice blue sigil on the flesh above her heart. The sigil looks like this.
Pretty. Do I know this sigil?
You may recognize it as a sigil of the Winter Keep.
Winter Keep. Winter Keep. Does Winter Keep ring a bell?
The woman, however,
Uh-huh.
has an expression of terror and hopelessness, even with her gaze cast upon the ground. Suddenly, Olivia, there is a flash of recollection in your mind. This woman looks hauntingly similar to your other childhood friend, another village girl by the name of Catherine. Catherine, what do you say to the huntress who stands opposite your cell bars?
Olivia. You're Olivia, right?
She'll look at you and she will just nod. Who are you?
I know it's been a long time, but it's Catherine. You have to remember me. Please, we played together as girls. You and your sister.
The smoke begins to fill.
Please, you have to get me out of here. I thought I was long gone.
While you're talking, she's gonna open the cage door.
You note that there are still manacles binding her. Even with the door open, she has no way to get out. Hopefully, this is the same key.
Yeah. Before I release you, I need to cut you first. And she will cut your hand, and she wants to press it so she can see what kind of blood you have.
The smoke fills the room. It's difficult to tell. Roll for perception.
Do I have dark vision? Smoke vision.
Smoke vision is its own thing.
The perception, you said. 6.
You can't see amidst all the smoke. It's stinging your eyes. The water welling up. It's just... You can't see. It's worse than cutting onions, I'll say that. And worse yet, the smoke from that fire you set above is beginning to fill your lungs and hers.
Is she still in the radius of the 15 thing of Zone of Truth?
No, this is underground.
Can it go underground? Can I move it? Can I move it?
I would say that it is not currently in the radius. I will also say that soon suffocation will threaten you both.
It's fine. It's okay.
It turns out that it wasn't changelings that will be taking you down,
Oh,
but
fuck.
rather mistrust.
Nah.
Ouch, what are you doing? And Catherine pulls her hand back.
I'm just trying to see if you're a changeling or not, because if you are, I'm gonna just kill you right here, right now.
What do you want with my blood? And
I
she
don't-
opens her palm and it's red.
Can I see the red?
You can't see still.
I cannot see if it's red, so I need to just
Well,
go.
get me out of here.
I'm gonna get you out of here because I want to. And she's going to, like, unchain you, taking out her manacles, putting on you, and just gonna be starting to drag you behind her. Just making sure that you are not going to try to do anything stupid, but still guiding you out.
Roll for athletics.
Yippee, 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 yippee. Athletics. She cannot be my own friend, but she has hope. I don't do good on athletics. 4.
Catherine trips and falls, slowing your progress.
Keep on moving or we're both gonna die here.
I'm sorry, I haven't been able to use my legs.
Indeed, her limbs, from what you saw earlier, are horribly thin.
You need food. Bullshit. Okay, and she's going to just keep trying to drag her. If she cannot question the chief, she will question this individual if she's part of the Fae court.
You may try again to drag her out with her arms and legs bound.
I am not panicking. I cannot read quickly. I just want to see if I am good at anything that's strong related, which I'm really
Catherine,
weak.
what is going through your mind?
Catherine is panicking from the smoke filling the room and her lungs. It's stinging her eyes, it's burning her throat, and she just wants to get a move on.
Okay, gonna just keep trying to help her out while I'm still dragging her. Trying to feel like I have some control over the situation. Athletics. Ooh, 17.
With a 17, you are thankfully able to drag her up and out.
Okay.
Smoke has filled this entire building. It is unlikely that you'll be able to go in there again for a little while.
Yeah, first shoot, then burn when it's empty. And she'll look at you and look again at your hand.
The storm overhead washes away whatever blood was there.
It still has to bleed. She'll just squeeze it.
You go down to squeeze her hand.
Yes.
Catherine, what do you do as she squeezes your hand, which she cut?
Ouch. Again with this?
I just need to see the blood and we'll be okay.
I'm bleeding. You cut me. I'm bleeding.
Well, the rain is not helping this situation.
I didn't cause the rain.
But it's fate that caused this. And she's gonna try to see the hand. Can I see the
It's
blood?
definitely red blood.
You see red blood.
Okay. Huh. A little bit like relieved. She'll look at you. And she will look back and forth. And she'll be speechless for a few seconds. She was ready to like murder you outside and interrogate you. Were you here all this time?
I guess so. I don't know how long it was.
What the?
She certainly does appear to be your age now.
That piece of shit. Were they any? Why did they keep you? Why did they switch everybody except for you?
I don't know. I've been in there for as long as I can remember. I don't really know why they kept me. They kept speaking some strange language in the cells next door, and I don't know if I was some sacrifice or food? I don't know. I couldn't understand them.
They are despicable and disgusting. We should not be staying here with you in your condition right now. We need to get back to my camp. Come.
That staff, can I use it to help me walk?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
She grabs it with both hands and on weak, frail legs starts to walk after you.
They didn't. And she'll just start leading her. So, like, taking it like a double take and just, like, muttering under herself and just swearing. You just hear her swearing a lot. Of course, just keep on, like, this is bullshit, like, everything, and they are stupid and.
You also note that she has quite literally nothing but the clothes on her back and the staff that you gave her.
Responsibility feels her. She's like,
There
shit.
is, however, an entire village.
But I was burning the houses.
You've burned 2 of the houses.
Is there something left? Oh, those are houses? Ah, because I burned this one and this one. Okay.
Which ones are burned? Can you mark them?
This. Oh, I thought we were talking about this one. This is what I was burning, not the mirror house. I was really confused why it was catching on fire the whole time.
I
Oh.
thought she was burning that one too.
Yeah.
Well, they are so close together and built out of terrible materials, so it stands to reason.
Okay.
That
this is-
one's,
Okay. Okay, we should get you better
We'll
clothes.
also say, since the fire spread that way, these other shacks here are probably also burnt.
Okay.
But that still leaves 2 more shacks to search.
Let's go to the. Because this is shack then, yeah?
Yes, your old home.
My old home. Let's go. Hopefully, it didn't destroy more of my mom's clothing. And she's going to bring Catherine into her old house.
You see your mother's old loom and some of the projects that she used to work on but never got to finish. They seem to have holes in them and ice blue butterflies, nay, butterflies made of blue ice, perch upon them, slowly sucking the essence from those wares.
I'll just be. I take an arrow, I just start swiping them. And I'm like, okay, let's find you something good to wear.
A
Okay.
few that you hit shatter, the rest flitter out through the windows.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine pulls back with the arrow being swung around so carelessly.
Don't worry, if I want to hit you, I will.
In this small, small home, Catherine will make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
We have halfling nimbleness, right? Nothing can hit us in small spaces, right? Yeah.
7.
A 7, you take 3 piercing damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Again with this.
I'm sorry. I mean,
And red blood trickles from her forehead.
I put the arrow. I'm sorry. I am still on edge. It's just some clothes, and she'll just turn around and quickly go to her mom's trunk, and hopefully there's still some stuff left in there.
All right.
Okay.
Catherine, do you go about searching any of these buildings in the meantime?
I am a captive.
Did you...
I did unlock the thing
Oh,
and put
okay,
it back.
you
Sorry.
unlocked-
As soon as I saw the blood, she's like, okay.
Okay, so I
Yes.
have free movement.
Yeah, free movement, right. She's
I-
still glancing,
yeah.
but she's like,
I will open the cupboards and such, looking for food because I am so hungry.
All right. Between all of your searching, there are a few things that happen. First, you obtain 6 travel rations, 35 gold, and enough goodies to form a base starting kit for Catherine, including this very, very interesting looking staff. It seems to look like it's made of winter pine. Beyond this, scavenging outside, you'll be able to acquire 3 daggers from fallen changelings. You also see that the wounds, which were white, have now spread. All of these corpses are completely white, like paper, like clouds. Their eyes, their blood, their skin, their hairs, every bit of their bodies is white.
she just shivers at this. Just so cold that these creatures are. And did I find any So she get clothes. She has clothes now that she can wear.
Yep, enough goodies to form a base starting
Yeah,
kit.
awesome.
You've got-
Basic leather armor.
Yep, all
Okay.
the standards for starting equipment. 3 daggers as well.
Catherine holds out the staff. She's like, I kind of want that one. Is that okay? You can have this one back.
Sure.
Okay. She holds the winter pine. She says, wow, this is kind of pretty.
Is it my dad's?
It is not your father's,
With somebody else's?
somebody else's. You don't recognize it from your childhood.
Yeah. No idea whose dad is.
And of course, there's also those 6 travel rations and 35 gold.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, with that, I assume I made camp somewhere
Are you going to eat those?
further. I'll give her all of it. I have enough on me.
Catherine scarfs down hungrily.
Slowly, because you're gonna throw up.
Hungrily scarfs down one ration and then grabs the other ones. I don't know when my next meal will come. I'm going to hold on to these.
Okay. She's struggling inside, trying to keep cool, but she's like freaking out over seeing her old friend. Okay, Catherine, I have a camp. I don't want to stay around here. Do I see before I try to tell her to go out with me to see if there's like any old like paintings of my family or anything that can be a memento that I wasn't able to take with me when I was first escaping from here?
Roll for investigation.
Investigation.
In addition, do you choose to don your new gear, such as that leather armor you found?
Yes, I will put on my leather armor that we found.
As you do that, the sigil of the Winter Keep, ice blue upon your chest, is now obscured, hidden away by the leather armor.
Why do you have that thing on you? Okay, and she rolled a 19.
A 19,
Yes.
you are able to find a single old painting, one that doesn't have you or your sister, Lenny Pencil, but it does show your mother and father, your true mother and father, when they were painted, back when they were young and believed that the world would be theirs. They
You-
smile.
She'll take a deep breath, shakingly. She'll pretend like she's wiping off the rain, but it's actually tears. And she's going to take the painting and wrap it up in one of her, putting into her backpack. She's going to wrap it in one of the common clothes that she has, so it can be safely, and puts it in her backpack.
All right, you wrap it up safely. With that, do you choose to cross the bridge, go away, go down the mountain?
I make sure to burn this place down too, and everything that didn't burn. And then when we cross the bridge, I would like to burn this bridge down too.
All of it takes to the fire. The two of you take one last look at Jadewood Village. Now silent, it will surely be reclaimed by the mountains, by the forces of nature rather than its servants. You have a moment to consider where you wish to go next. Although Catherine lacks many basic supplies, Olivia has a regional map of the Hua Empire to help you to plan your next steps. There are many directions you can choose to go, many avenues to pursue, and many questions to answer. Whether you seek a hunter's guild, easy work in the woods, or simply wish to get away from this old haunted home, the path ahead is yours. And together, you can decide which one to take.
Well, I would recommend us going first somewhere where you can heal up, eat actual food, and then I need to ask you so many questions of what you might know about what happened here.
I don't know if I'd be able to answer a lot of it. I've been kept in that cell for as long as I can remember.
Do you remember any of the words they were saying of the strange language?
Some. I don't want to speak them so close to this
It's
ground.
fair. Try to remember them. I understand it now, and Anything will be helpful. Let's just get you somewhere where you can actually...
Olivia,
Hmm?
I don't know why they kept me alive. I don't know if I'm special. I certainly don't feel like it after being this filthy. There was one thing I remember. Sorry, I wrote something down.
It's okay.
The rain slowly starts to let up.
She's eyeing you, looking at your frail body and slightly wishing she'd done much more worse to the chief of the town.
Does she wish she'd done less to this poor soul?
And stab me with an arrow.
It was for good reasons. She's not regretting her decisions. She needs to know for sure before she trusts somebody. Because you can trust no one. Oh.
Precisely.
Yes. It's really hard making friends that way. Give me your hand.
Blood.
After Catherine ponders, she remembers and says, Clara Scintilla. Clara Scintilla. And as she's saying these words, her filthy clothes start shedding the dirt. And her disgusting, grimy, gray and tan shirt becomes almost a gleaming white as she's saying, Clara Scintilla. Clara Scintilla.
What are you doing?
I remember what they said in the next room. They said Clara Scintilla, and it just, what's happening?
Hearing the words, do I know how to translate these? Because I do speak Fae.
You are able to translate them, but these are not words of
It's just spell.
meaning.
Yeah.
These aren't words of conversation. These are words of mysticism.
Makes sense.
Do you want the actual translation of what I'm saying?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Clean spark.
Clean spark. Well, it's certainly if they were saying those words, it didn't work the first time.
I don't know. I just,
You have magic, though. I didn't know you can do magic.
this mark that you saw earlier.
I was wondering when you got that tattoo.
I don't know if it's a tattoo.
How did you get it?
Well, when they put me in that cell, this old woman said, I can't remember what she said. I'm sorry.
It's okay, no, I should be... You're a survivor, and survivors should be treated slightly less... It's okay, we should not be talking about this right here.
Okay.
And I will try to go to the nearest, village. That would be probably my goal until we can, settle, get her in shape, and then tell her what I've been doing, and hopefully reconnect. She is slightly excited, actually, having her old friend here. She's telling herself maybe she should change her tactic about checking blood from people that she might know. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
The road down the mountains is steep, and sets of stone steps sprinkled throughout will make for a precarious trip to the bottom. Having taken the time to prepare yourselves, though, you begin the descent. Woods await you, winding river paths, quiet trickling streams, creaking toads and hooting owls and who knows what else.
Okay.
Eventually, you will reach a village. You know of many in the area. Olivia is able to think back to her old work dispatching beasts that threatened local areas. There are plenty more villages along the Immortal River that can still use help, and you go to the nearest one. We'll continue there shortly.
So we had a little bit of technical difficulty, as you may have seen. or rather not see.
Mm-hmm. Precisely. Cameras, am I right?
This happens. It's our first session, and thank you to anyone and everyone who stayed until the end. There's going to be a lot of progress from us going forward, and I hope everyone is excited to see this journey. We really appreciate everyone sticking around.
Thank you.
This concludes Chapter 1 from the Book of Winter's Wealth. Chapter 2 will begin next time, and we'll see what becomes of our dynamic duo, our intrepid party of two, as they face against trauma, mistrust, and a fair deal of bickering between each other. Hopefully.
Definitely, if you keep stabbing me and
The second
slicing
time
me with arrows.
was a mistake. Well, you were supposed to be quicker, but you were...
I've been in chains.
It's fine. I mean, it's not fine. It's I don't regret my mistakes.
We're seeing a lot of the mindset here, everybody. Thank you again for joining. We'll see you on the next one, and make sure that you tune in.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.